Hey guys. So Instagram Live here on a Wednesday at APN. Andy, I'm working with the residential staff today, the recovery advocates, and I've had the privilege to work in the support field as a recovery advocate and lead recovery advocate for about 5 years now. I've been with APN for about 7 months in this role, and the recovery advocate really is it's a great position because we get to work with so many different departments, right? We get to work pretty close with our clinical staff, we get to work with our hospitality staff, our culinary staff, our medical staff. So we're really, we really pride ourselves on kind of being, kind of like the blood through the facility. And we get to touch all these different departments, and we get to work really close with our clients here and give them the best care that they're looking for and that we can provide here. So again, we have a bunch of recovery advocates on staff. I have 3 squeezing into this picture right now with us, and we're just going to kind of ask them about where they're from and their background and why they got into this field, and just so you guys out there can kind of get to know some of us here at All Points North Lodge. So first, I'm going to work with the lady on my standing up behind me over my right shoulder. And Kim, tell us about kind of where you're from and why you want to work in the substance abuse mental health field and wellness field.
Okay. Well, hi everyone, my name is Kim. I grew up in a small town in northern Arizona. I suffered from an eating disorder at an early age, so I went to school to be able to help people with eating disorders. So my bachelor's are in nutrition and psychology. After college is actually when my own addiction started. Opiates was basically what I was addicted to, as well as alcohol and other substances. And so after I got sober, I decided instead of working with just eating disorders, I wanted to work with also substance abuse. And I've been working in the treatment centers for coming up on 4 years now. And I love it. I love being able to help people with substance abuse problems, other mental health issues. I'm also currently in a master's program to become a licensed addiction counselor as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Kim. That's a lot of info in 30 seconds. That's great. Next, we're going to go over here to Stephanie, and she'll tell us about, yet again, something about herself and why she's working in this field.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I also struggled with alcoholism. I went to a treatment center in Scottsdale, Arizona, and after that, I ended up working at that treatment center after I was sober for a year. And that was about 6.5 years ago. So I got this great opportunity to come and work for All Points North Lodge, and I just jumped at it because I really enjoy working with the client.
Awesome. All right, and now to my left, Jill, tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone. Grew up in Jersey, and that's right, Jersey. Last year, almost 2 years ago, I ended up in treatment mostly for work addiction and some mental health issues or opportunities maybe. And what I realized while I was there is if people like me can be struggling, that makes me realize that there's a lot of people out there who are struggling and maybe too uncomfortable to talk about it. And so I left, I was in education, working in education for 15 years, and I left in December and got this job at All Points North. And my goal is to take what I'm learning here and try and figure out how we can teach some of these skills and start talking about being healthy and well with our younger population, so we can put All Points North out of business maybe.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Jokester on Instagram Live. She got me out, caught me on my toes. And the cool thing about recovery advocates and a lot of people that work in this field is we all come from different backgrounds and grew up in different places with different stories. But at the end of the day, we're all super excited to be able to help in whatever way that we can. And all of our experiences make us uniquely useful. Right, so it doesn't have to. Every recovery advocate hasn't had substance abuse, hasn't had mental health, but some of us that have, we're excited to use our darkest days as our best weapon to be useful to people now, right? So our worst day becomes our best day because now we can use our struggles to be helpful to people here, and that's super exciting. And I do know that our recovery staff here, recovery advocates, all do their own work to make sure we're staying healthy and we're providing the best care for our clients. Now, lastly, I'm going to kind of go around again in the same order, but I'm going to just let all these ladies tell you a little bit about some of the specific roles they have. Now, a lot of the stuff we do here as recovery advocates is pretty universal. Everybody has some of the same duties, but then inside of that, everybody has some roles. So Kim, why don't you start with something specific you help us with?
Sure. Well, I forgot to mention, when I was checking in, that I also worked in the pharmaceutical world for a while. I was a compounding pharmacy tech. So here I work closely with the medical staff and the other medical team in the pharmacy to do a lot of the medications, to do a lot of the medication orders in that capacity for our clients, as well as just day-to-day stuff.
Awesome. Stephanie?
Yeah, I'm just more of a jack of all trades. So I also help Kim with medical stuff. We do a lot of different things with the Zoom accounts, especially now with COVID. We've been helping in the quarantine wing as well. And as well as sort of training new RAs and many other things, as well as working with the client face-to-face every day.
Awesome. And lastly, Joe?
Well, in addition to working with Steph and Kim and Andy, I also work with our nutritionist and making sure that the clients are focusing on sort of the whole wellness, health, and so setting up meetings between the clients, making sure they have an understanding of their eating plans and sticking with being healthy physically.
Awesome. All right, guys, so that's just a quick look at some of our residential staff, our recovery advocates, and we're super grateful for all they do. But that is us signing off, and have a good day.